Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and I am here for Kanata no Astra episode 8. Last time on Kanata no Astra, a bunch of stuff happened. We have found ourselves on a new planet, and there's some problems going on. We found out one really big, super important thing, which is Arias is Sera, Charce's childhood friend from the city where he grew up, who was a commoner there, who was thrown out of there and injured and seemingly went into a coma, and somehow in the interim went from coma to being Aries. So a couple of things that have been pointed out: she has head thingies, and she didn't have head thingies before, so maybe there's something weird about her head thingies. She also doesn't have memories, like, I don't know. Charce is still hiding the fact that he knows who she is, which makes perfect sense. One thing I just want to point out and make sure is clear. When I was getting not happy with Charce because bruh, don't you recognize? It wasn't that I wanted him to reveal that to anyone else. I wanted him to reveal it to us to make sure that to clarify. I trust that he's intelligent as a character enough to know that Arias is Sarah if we do, but we don't have any hard confirmation of that. We have only soft confirmation, which is him holding the thing and saying stuff like, she's like you, which it's close enough. So whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah, head thingies are a thing. We end up crashing on this planet, Ikris, which is an anagram for crisis. Shit's fucked. The ship is down. It needs, I think, a new reactor. Something like that is the main thing. We have an interesting conversation with Funi and Kittery, where Zach kind of tells her, hey, you could get into the one stasis pod cryo thing and just wait forever, which, of course, ends up being set up for Funi going ahead and finding another ship of an identical build, another Astra-class ship, though not the Astra itself. They go ahead, they investigate it. It is also broken and beaten down, but in very different ways. It seems like there's extensive damage to the bridge itself, but I'm going to assume that the specific parts that they need are going to be available from this ship. But there is one more thing on the ship, and that is a cryopod with a lady in it, and a message on the bridge that says, "Help me." We don't know enough to know whether we want to trust this girl or not. We do know that she has nothing to do with our ship's sabotage or anything like that. However, we need to know the story of her ship and what went down there. And it would be interesting if whatever happened then has some kind of bearing on what's happening now. Maybe they went through something similar. Maybe she would recognize the description. Maybe she'll end up describing to them a weird sphere of strange energy that caused a thing. Maybe this isn't the first time that a group of people going off to planet camp have had themselves a bit of a problem. Now, what's even more interesting is that these two ships of the same class went down on the same planet in the same place. That seems a little bit too much to be a coincidence, but it could just be a coincidence. I don't know. I just get this vibe that, there are maybe a few too many coincidences lining up. And so it's making me think there's some kind of a conspiracy going on here. And therefore, I would like to attempt to protect myself from such a conspiracy. So I've got my custom-made, high-end, industrial-grade tinfoil hat here, ready to go. And we are ready to try and filter out, the gamma rays that are obviously going to be coming at us from the screen and try and get to some useful information here. So, let us go ahead and hop on into Kanata no Astra episode 8, find out who this random lady is, what happened to her ship and the rest of its crew, and see how we are going to figure out how to get off of this strange crisis planet. It being named Crisis makes me think we probably want to get out of here pretty fast. It's not a good place to be. So, Make sure my recordings are good. Yeah, my recordings are good. All right, let's go ahead and hop on into it. I have episode 8 of Kanata no Astra up and ready to go. It is at 0 seconds. There will be 2 versions of this reaction video, a picture-in-picture version with the video up there, which you can find in the description, and a timer-based version, which will be up on YouTube. Picture-in-picture version won't have any discussion. Timer-based version will have discussion at the end. It'll also have a beep-beep timer at the beginning in case you want to sync up with your own version of Kanata no Astra episode 8. If you do, get it ready because the timer's coming right now. I have headphones on, right? Yeah, okay. So, who are you? Also, how much time do you need to wake up from cryo? Yes. And she doesn't have the same eye color as Charse, which I checked. And her hair color is a little bit off from his as well. Yeah, she does not seem great. How long has she been in cryo? Okay, smart. That's our question. Yeah, but how long have you been here? A long time, huh? Lost and found. Okay. So are we. Just chillax. Give us the rundown when you can. That's interesting. Rosa Pop. I am an astronaut. Okay. Arc 6. A set of ships being sent out to find a new place to colonize. That's what Arc would imply. During some kind of crisis. Hmm. Is that her? We still haven't gotten a name for her, have we? Okay. We know she was on the Arc 6. Flashback? Paulina. Different planet. Needed to make an emergency landing. Oh. And left the message, right? Good question. I don't buy that. Okay. Okay, makes sense for the name of the ship. Well, we didn't start out on one. So is it one of the ARC ships as well? And how did you get that? Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we'll get to that later. Don't worry about it. Hmm. She seems relatively sincere. Take the parts from that ship and put them over there. Oh. Good night. Jesus. Little bit of a coinkadink. That's still a huge tract of land. Okay, true. Except you can take the parts from one coffin and make a whole coffin. She can figure it out from the slices. Yep. Make same slice in a different orange thing and put them together, and then it works. Wow, a purple one. Oh, okay. And the reactor's in the central block. Yay. Yeah. Nice. Don't sweat it, man. It's not like you could have done anything. All right, man. Hey. She's so much more chipper. I love it. Yeah, what's the state of affairs? How has the political situation changed? They were trying to avert the apocalypse. They were looking for another inhabitable planet, right? So what were they expecting? What changed? It would have to be a risk of a humanity annihilating event, which would lead me to think thermonuclear war, but religious, interesting. Hmm. Ay, yay. True. A little bit. Hmm. So half plants. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Hmm. Like Stray Cat. Just gotta cover up the light. Hmm. Perfect combination of sci-fi and gag anime. Oh. Ta-da. Oh, they look so much alike. Like, there's no other genetic material there. Fuck. And he finds it in the trash. Ooh, Dad. Ooh, that hurts. Something inanimate. Cool. Cool, cool. Yeah, what's your real dream? Huh? What are you talking about? That was never out of the cards. And he remembers. Aww. Uh. Yeah, but you remembered. He remembered. That's so cute. It meant. Uh-huh. That's so cute. 3 cute, 5 me. You want to search for? Oh, she's got her astronaut gear. Cool. Look for the others. Oh. Yeah. Of course. Yep. Yep. Will they even find anything? What if they've just been like living there for 12 years? What is it, like a shuttle? Oh, the rover. Okay, okay, okay. But no corpses, no bones. Still got a Luca javelin. Nice. I feel like there's something underground with that crackly mud stuff. Dog tags. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. There's something underground. I feel like we're in the midst of a giant mouth. It's about to burst through the ground and oh, Jesus. Or that. Oh, no. Not technical powers. She's frozen. Shit. Shit, 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 shit. Oh, jeez. Luca javelin. Yeah, grab her, Olgar. Oh, God. It's just a Kanata thing. Yep. Oh, a pole vault. And falling time. And landing time. Yeah. All right. Hmm. What if one of the dog tags says Paulina on it? No, Glenn Baker. Seattle, Washington. And out to full screen once we're in space. Love it. The final planet? Well, that can't happen. Oh, nice. Very nice. Ooh. Okay. Uh. Hmm. Ow. Ow. Huh? Mm. Feeling like we're not gonna make it there. Oh, okay. I feel like we need a cliffhanger reveal of something. Okay. They're genetically identical. They're genetically identical, aren't they? We're not real sisters, but we have the same eyes and hair and skin color and everything. Like you could be twins, but years apart. Hmm. Yes, let's do that. Yeah. Yeah, fucking do that. Oh god. Very. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. I wouldn't worry about that at all because you're gonna be more than real sisters. Oh, Zach, what are you about to? They're a perfect match, aren't they? Yeah. Ah! Oh. No ED? No ED. I thought you should know first. But it's more than that. Yeah. Cloning, cloning. We got ourselves some clones. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. How many of them are clones of their parents? That's my question. How many of them are clones of their parents intended to eventually have their parents' memories transferred into them? How many? Zach for sure. Zach for sure. With the cold dead eyes with which he looked at him. Because, okay, consider, first off, if the child who you're raising as your child is a clone of you, then you feel like you have some kind of genetic ownership over that. But beyond that, if you intend to wipe that child's memory and replace it with your own, then essentially they're livestock. They're a farm good, right? What memories they have don't matter except in that they ensure like a healthy upbringing and a healthy body for you to eventually inhabit. But like once you transfer your memories into them, they don't matter. Their personality ceases to exist. So why would you care about them? Why wouldn't they be disposable? There's no reason, except that, of course, there's the moral problem of a sentient individual who you are summarily wiping for your own gain. Like, yeah, obviously that's a moral issue, but it's not like the characters who are doing this care about that. Or if they do, they've overcome that qualm a long time ago. All right. All right. So, a few interesting things here. Um, let's start with Polina and Polina's realizations about what it means that we're 12 years in the future. The way that she reacted to finding out that it's 2063 was to freak out and wonder at nothing happening. The kind of freak out that is, we were on a life or death mission that basically was, to our mind, going to determine the outcome of humanity. That's the way I'm reading this. I'm reading this as there was a threat of an extinction level event, and the reason we sent out 6 or more ARC ships was to try to find an inhabitable planet so that humanity could live on. That's what like the ARC name implies, right? The flood is coming. Now, what flood or what problems they thought were coming, unknown. It could be like a Y2K situation. It could have been threat of thermonuclear war. It could have been climate change. It could have been any number of things, depending on what the writer wants to say and potentially what the writer wants to like factor into the entire like the big picture of the story and what would make the most sense to them. I don't think it really matters that much. What's interesting is that response, because that response was the response of someone who was absolutely convinced that something terrible was going to happen and decided to go on a mission, risking her own life along with the rest of the crew, risking her own life in order to find a planet that was inhabitable for humanity to survive. But then nothing happened. Why? What political stuff? What changed in the interim? It's got to be something big, and I think it has to have something to do with Esposito or the other politicians and other powerful players in the group of parents. I assume it has something to do with that, but I don't think we're going to be able to have enough information aboard the ship until we get back, if we get back. Now, weird thing, last planet, we're on the last leg of our journey, like one more hop and then we're home. Something's got to go wrong. We're going to run into that sphere again, or something is going to go wrong. But what? I don't know. I don't know at all. I don't think we did anything that would further opinions on Arius or like theories on Arius. And I don't think that suspicion has been thrown on anyone, really. I think the most suspicious person right now is currently and still Funi's Bigo. Like Funi, but as an unconscious sleeper agent, or has another persona within her that reveals itself as Bigo. That's my guess, but I don't know. Questions. Okay, Funi and Kidori are clones. I assume they're clones of their mother. Yunhua is a clone because she has the mole. Kanata could be, but he and his father don't have any direct distinguishing features. However, their relationship was always strained, which would make sense. Zack is definitely a clone. I'm just like super convinced on that one. The cold eyes from the father, the not caring about one's own role as a father. Like, props to Zack for just sort of shrugging it off, but and then I have to wonder what would be up with Luca, because Luca couldn't be a one-to-one clone of one of their parents, right? Actually, Luca does identify as male, so I should say his parents. Luca couldn't be a one-to-one clone unless one of his parents are intersex themselves. So either it's a flaw in the process, or Luca is a naturally born child. Unknown. Arias is a confusing one, but given that her family were commoners back in the city, I'm also going to guess that she is a naturally born child. Kanata's an unknown. Charles is an unknown. Ulgar is an unknown. Shit, there are so many questions. I'm glad I have the tinfoil hat on. Really helping me think. All right. Really interesting episode. Also, I just want to mention that there were some really great gags in this episode. I love the use of repetition in the gag when Kittery and Zach are talking out here. When we first get the ha and then the second ha with two different reactions to both of them are just fantastic. Yeah, here. Okay. What did you say when you wanted... What did you mean by that? Yeah, okay. And then she freaks out. This is a nice gag, but then the whole point of it is to set it up for later. So we give the emotional impact of this. Same glasses, same eyes, same facial shapes, same everything. Doesn't care about him. Yeah. Looks at you like a doll. That's my dream, and her dream is to actually to get married to him, which is the cutest. And then, huh? The fuck are you talking about? Of course we're getting married. We made a promise when we were like 6. Don't you remember? I remember. Don't be silly. Don't be silly, Kittery. What are you thinking? Think I'm gonna go back on my word? No chance. That's great. I love the joke that, some things are in between. Like me, not quite boy, not quite girl, not quite plant, not quite animal, not quite sci-fi, not quite gag anime. Nice. I also thought some of the animation on these things whipping around was pretty cool. And this whole sequence where Kanata does a thing is pretty cool. But I think my favorite part of this is after he lands, we get these... I want to see it frame by frame, actually. So he lands... I want to see what we do. Yeah, okay. So we just have a major camera shake on impact. And I think we do the same thing when the next one impacts. Yeah, but we shake with his motion and then even it out. That's pretty nice. Nothing too crazy, anything like that, but that stood out to me as like an impactful moment. With a bit of slapstick to it, but still pretty good. And then we get this sequence of slapstick moments here. Accidental anti-grav boots, crunch, smash. This falls, bounces on his chest, hits his head, perfect. Just an absolute. She's just walking in like Troy with the pizzas, just like what the hell. And Ulgar is just absolutely nonplussed. Fantastic. Okay, and then Zach does the thing, finds out the thing. They are the same person genetically. I wonder if we have any... None of them would have anything that would have any genetic material from their parents. Like, the chances that somebody has a lock of hair of their parent with them that would have follicles or anything. Like, there's just no way. So, there's no way to confirm any of that until we get home. Which nobody's expecting them to actually do. Maybe. Although I didn't get the impression that it was the parents causing the weird sphere thing. That seemed like I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, this has been fun. Maybe next week I'll have myself a board with like a bunch of string tied between different places and I'll go full Charlie on it. We got the tinfoil hat for now. Definitely keeping that around. Important to stay safe, you know. Make sure that the Illuminatis don't get you. In any case, I think that's going to be about it for me for this episode. It was a good one. We finally have some confirmation on some stuff that we've been suspecting for a long time. And we've opened up the lid on a couple of other mysteries. Like, what did Polina think was going to happen? And was the quest that she was on religious motivation? Like, what was going on there? I think that her saying Lord there was the first time we've heard anything even remotely religious in this society. So that's interesting. I wonder what kind and like level of political upheaval occurred in the interim. I don't know. It's all really intriguing though. The show continues to be well enough produced, the characters continue to be interesting, and the writing continues to be pretty gripping. Some parts of it are rather predictable and straightforward. Like, yeah, of course they're going to take parts from the other ship and do it with this ship. And then once we see the sliced fruit, it's like, okay, of course we're going to use this as a way of displaying that. But that doesn't make it any worse. Like, yeah, you could see it coming, but it still works. It's still pretty solid writing. And so I'm here for it. Good stuff all around. So yeah, that's going to be it for me. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Kanata no Astra, episode 8. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. And I hope to catch you next week in the next one. Peace.